everybody. So, a lot of us think that spirituality lies in deep, transcendental states of trance and introspection and stuff like that. But sometimes the deepest, most fundamental spiritual teachings are right here in front of your very eyes, in your very normal life. So I'm going to be sharing a bit of personal experiences that have been taking place over the past week. So last Friday, me, my brother, and our friend got together and we all had a fire Friday night. And they took LSD. I didn't partake, but yeah, they had taken LSD and were hanging out. And later on in the night, probably like 6 or so hours after hanging out, our friend left and it was just me and my brother. And I asked my brother if I could come up to his place for the night. And I went in. He said yes, so I went to grab my stuff out of my room. And I came into my room, and the very moment I walked into my room, my ankles, both my ankles, became covered in fleas. Bad. And fleas have been a rising problem in this house that I'm in for the past month, I'd say. And to give you the whole rundown, and this is really the personal story, personal experience. To give you the whole rundown, I personally have 3 cats. One cat is in here right now, you probably can't see him. And then my other 2 cats. And I had one cat, and then she got pregnant outside because I didn't get her fixed, and had 2 kittens, and I kept them. And my dad said it was okay, and so I kept these cats because I saw them as an extension of Arabella, the mom cat, an extension of her. So I have 3 cats, and my dad, I live here with my dad and my stepmom, my dad's wife. And even before I had these 2 kittens, for the past, I'd say 3 years, 4 years, my dad has tried to restrict the freedom of my cats into this room only, because he's not a cat person. He doesn't like cats. He must have had some sort of bad experience with cats when he was younger. He doesn't like the smell. He doesn't like how they roughhouse. He doesn't like how they get on counters. He doesn't like how they attract fleas and all this stuff. So my 3 cats, 1 cat for a while, but I have 3, have been pent up in this room, and you know, when my dad would go to work, because I don't have a job right now, I would let my cats out, because I personally feel these cats should be able to do whatever the hell they want. This is their house, you know what I mean? They should be able to be all throughout this house. So that's been a huge thing really between me and my dad, is the rules that he puts over these cats, that they're not allowed to be through the house. They have to be in my room. And this also goes for the litter box, has to stay in my room. Their food has to stay in my room. Anything that I use, like cat trees or toys and stuff, in my room. So there's the idea that my dad doesn't want me having these cats, but I have 3 cats. And over the past month, probably 2 months maybe, I started noticing fleas on my cats. And we also have a dog, 2 dogs, and 2 more cats that belong to my dad's wife. And they're all allowed out in the house. And I was noticing fleas starting to appear on the animals, and my dog Sadie was starting to bite at her backside, and the cats were starting to become restless and always cleaning themselves and chewing and whipping around and doing this. And I could tell these fleas were starting to bother them. And then I began seeing the fleas on them, visibly seeing them on them and go, okay, they have fleas again. And we've had fleas before, but it didn't get bad, so I didn't really think it was that big of a deal. So my cats are all pent up in this room, not allowed out, and the fleas are building. The fleas are building, and it got to the point where I'd start occasionally pulling fleas off of me because they were getting onto me. And then it got to the point where I'd lay down for bed, and for the next 15 to 30 minutes, I would spend picking fleas off me that were crawling in random parts of my bed or on my body, and I wouldn't be able to get to sleep for a while because I was fighting off fleas. And then, yes, within the past 2 weeks, roughly 3 weeks, it has gotten exponentially worse, to the degree that I walk in my room, this room right here, and like I said in the very beginning, my entire ankles would be immediately covered in fleas. 30, 50, 60, 100 fleas on each ankle. And you look down at my carpet and you see the fleas bouncing around. So Friday night, that's the idea. Friday night, I asked my brother if I could come up. He said yes, so I went into my room to grab my stuff, and the fleas came all over my ankles, and it, freaked me the hell out. So I went into the shower and washed my legs off, and then went outside. And I was telling Keegan, my brother, about it. I was like, Jesus, man, these fleas are so bad, and I'm telling him about it, how bad it is when I walk into my room. And I guess... I suppose that because he was on this LSD, something came through him, and he got very, he was very impacted by what I said. He got very engaged in what I was talking about, and immediately, we began talking about the fleas, and how essentially I've been ignoring them. Essentially, I've been ignoring this growing problem. I've been blocking out this flea problem and having to keep my cats in my room problem. I've been blocking it all out, and the way I've been doing that is through philosophy and through spiritual introspection. And it got to the point where he was crying, giving me a hug, asking me if I'm all right. And this attitude triggers things in me. It makes me, first of all, I might as well have been on LSD as well. I was in this very deep state. And my brother, crying, hugging me, asking me, are you okay? Really impacted me. And what it did, it made me realize that I have been lost inside of my mind. I have been somewhere else for a while. And as much as I've made it seem to myself and convinced myself that I'm more here than I've ever been, I realized Friday night that I have been deluded and I have been lost inside of my own philosophy of the world, that the fleas have produced to an unbearable extent. I could no longer sleep in my room Friday night. My cats, because my dad and stepwife and stepmom were up at camp, so they weren't here. So my cats, I let them out. They weren't going to go back into the room. And me and my brother got into this very, very deep talk, realizing that because I've been essentially disconnected from this world via my own thoughts, I've been ignoring so much that's been going on. I've been ignoring so much, and I've let my responsibilities have gone out the window. My morals towards my very living conditions have gone out the window. And I realized this Friday night, just by seeing the state of my room and the house and how dirty the house is. And my one cat there, who's losing hair and has miliary dermatitis, which is an allergy to flea saliva, and she has just scabs all over her neck, and her neck is shredded. And my dog Sadie is literally constantly trying to bite at her backside because of the intense itching. And not to mention that this all is stemming from a point. This all is stemming from a specific thing. And what that thing is a lack of moral and a lack of responsibility and a lack of truly being here now. I was trying to convince myself that these fleas are okay, and my cats having to be in my room is okay, and I don't need to do anything about it because I don't even exist, and nothing really exists, and I'm in this space of unfolding karmic freedom. But when I opened my eyes, guys, and saw the fleas and saw the state of my animals, my pets, and, you know, with the loving hand and help of my brother and in his LSD state, he brought me to realize I am the opposite of here now. I am escaping my problems by convincing myself it's all okay. That's not seeing it as all okay. Convincing yourself it's all okay is not seeing it as okay. You had to convince yourself it's okay. And over years now, I've been having to convince myself that I'm okay with these living conditions. And that's what we realized had to stop. Because I'll be honest with you guys, me and my brother, and we don't have a good relationship with my dad. We don't have a relationship even like this, where I can just talk about how I feel, talk about what I think, talk about what I think should happen, and how things should be compromised and resolved. Me and my dad, our relationship, and Keegan and my dad, their relationship, is very skewed and very lack of depth and compassion and sense of interest and importance. And we came to realize that the fleas are a physical manifestation of this inner problem. And having realized these fleas all in front of me in my present experience, not in some philosophical notion, experiencing these fleas firsthand, I experienced this problem. I saw that there was this problem that I've been avoiding, that my brother's been avoiding, that my dad has been avoiding, that we're all avoiding. We're all avoiding it because we don't want conflict. We don't want a problem. But me and my brother realized we've been ignoring here for too long. We've been ignoring the moment. We've been ignoring the present state of things, and things have gotten out of hand in a certain way. And we realized we needed to do something about it. So Monday morning, or afternoon rather, there was one of my cats. Monday afternoon, my dad and stepmom came back from camp. And we were down at the house and decided we were going to have a talk with them. And we were going to talk about everything that we had been talking about and how we felt. And just let it all out, you know? And there was a lot of, at least in me, there was a lot of fear and nervousness and concern that it's not going to go right, and I'm going to say the wrong thing, and my dad's going to get super angry and all this stuff. But we let all that go because we realized we have the responsibility to talk to him. We need to talk to him. There are things we need to talk about, so let's talk. Let's stop trying to make believe that we're okay. Let's stop trying to make believe that it's not a problem. Let's fucking talk about it. And that's what we did. We went down to the house and we let them get settled in and unpacked and stuff, and then we talked to them, my dad and stepmom. We talked to them about everything, about the fleas, about how my cats shouldn't be pent up in my room, about our relationship with each other and how it feels as though we're pretending to be interested in what we're saying and we're not actually communicating, you know. And we just said everything. We just said how we feel, and we were wondering if he was going to have some sort of profound spiritual realization, you know, but it's not like that. It's more a matter that he realized his surroundings need to change. There's a dilemma that needs fixing, you know? And yeah, what I said in the beginning, working on right here, right now, this life, this world, this space can feel more spiritual than going off into some deep philosophical concept that you're imagining. You can go to some extraordinary places in the mind. You can go nowhere. You can be nothing. But if you're not doing it right, you lose track of this world. You lose track of this, and eating and drinking and cleaning and communicating and socializing and being a good person. You lose track of that if you're not doing it right. And that's what I've been doing, guys. I've been prematurely lost in deep philosophy. And because of that, I've been ignoring so much that's going on around me, and it's causing my pets to suffer, and it's now causing me to suffer, and it's causing my dad to suffer, and my stepmom to suffer, and my brother to suffer, and all this stuff, just because I'm pretending it's okay. But yeah. This is my room now. Over the weekend, me and my brother bought tons of cleaning utensils and chemicals and flea foggers as well. Evacuated all the pets, washed all the pets, and got them up to my grandfather's house and flea fogged the house, or flea bombed the house several different times. My room like 3 times, because my room was the worst because the cats all had to be in here. But yeah, Friday night I was literally not able to even walk in here without hundreds of fleas attacking my ankles. But I'll just show you guys around real quick. This is the new room, fully rearranged and vacuumed and cleaned out. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. I've taken out some different furniture that I had. But yeah, what I've been doing, I haven't been fucking meditating. I've been cleaning my room, vacuuming my room, applying pesticides, doing stuff that humans do to better their environment. And I haven't done a lot of that shit because I've been so deep in spiritual philosophy. But let me tell you guys right now, what I've been doing and what I've been up to, and the talk I've had with my family, and getting to the root of the bullshit feels just as spiritual, feels just as beneficial. Spirituality isn't a thought. It's experience itself, and this is experience. The fleas, they taught me, man. They taught me, holy shit, you guys are crazy. You guys are fucking nuts. You multiply by the hundreds. I'll never get rid of you guys, holy shit. And the fleas being a physical manifestation of a problem, an inner, deep problem at hand that needs resolve. And I'll say it, the deepest, most profound, moving experiences of my life were when I was facing the bullshit. Face on. Going right into it, right into the fear, right into the concern, right into the denial, right into the embarrassment. That's where all the bullshit lies. And while I've been in my head worrying about if I'm insane and how deep and enlightened I am, my room turned into a flea nest, and flies and poop and pee all over the place, and the house is filled with boxes, and just you walk barefoot through the house and your feet get caked with this resin dirt, and just grossness, and it made me realize how fucking spiritual am I if I can't even focus on the world around me, Yeah, stop trying to not be human. Ram Dass talks about that a lot. He's spent all these years trying to be divine. Why not just be human? Why not just be this? Feel this. Work with this. This is the spiritual experience, It's not like that's spiritual and then this isn't, It's deep shit, guys. It's deep shit. And I want you to know, I don't have this feeling that I've let spirituality go because I'm back focused on the important things. The spirituality, the philosophy, the way everything played out is why I'm aware of this. It's not an either or thing. It's right here. It's right fucking here. Everything you learn and do and philosophize, it's only going to be a thought until you integrate it into your life and do it and live it, Live in a compassionate way. Live in a mindful way. Live in a clean, tidy way. The thing with being so young, man, getting into this stuff, there's not an alternative. There's not something else you have to do. You can just go. And that's why young people are the people that go off into caves and go meditate for the rest of their life. And you know what I'm saying? It's the people that don't. They just go. That becomes the world. That becomes life. And you lose track of or never even create the foundation of this life. So be careful with philosophy and introspection and self-inquiry and mysticism and all that stuff, because you can lose your morals, you can lose focus, you can lose your responsibilities of this, you know? And rather than just stopping and becoming normal, do what the philosophies have been telling you to do, rather than just thinking it and thinking now that you can think about it, you know it, and basically are all set. Do it, man. Be spiritual. Be a spiritual fucking person. Don't be afraid to talk about what you want, what you need to talk about. I started thinking to myself, what if that's why I've been thinking I'm insane for the past year or two, is because I've been holding all this shit inside of me. And it's actually my environment that's fucking insane, you know? The way I'm living my life is what's insane. And the fact that there's this thing in me going, something's wrong, something's wrong, something's wrong, there's a problem, there's a problem. Is it the psychedelics? Is it the spirituality? What is it? What's wrong? That's just a signal that something needs to be talked about. And you know the truth. You know what needs to be talked about. You know who you need to tell it to, too. So stop holding it off, waiting for the right moment. There is no right moment. It never fucking comes. There's not a right moment to have a deep family talk or a deep talk in general. Just do it. Just do it. And let them know passionately how you feel. And it changes the world. It changes the world, and it changes you. And people reevaluate themselves and how they're living their life. And, you know, don't be the boss. Don't be the boss of people, but let people know how you feel. Let people know what you think and what you think should happen and what you think would be the resolve. Don't silence yourself. And just because you have the ability to go into an untouchable state doesn't mean you should leave all these people behind, you know what I'm saying? All these people, life. Don't leave life behind. But yeah, that's really it for this video. Reason I haven't been making videos, I mean, come on, it's only been 6 days, but yeah, I've just been doing that. I've been an exterminator in my house, killing fleas. I've been a fucking intervention shit, talking with my family and talking with my brother and looking at how I feel and, you know, the state of my life and my pets and stuff. And really this feeling of, it feels more spiritual to be, this is being here now, addressing and being present for problems and potential conversation and just being there for it, not being in one place, you know what I mean? Even though it is just one place. You have a sense, a feeling of the right thing to do, so do it, you know, and go with it. And that is the unfolding of your karma. The fear of doing the right thing, and then you finally do it and you feel nervous as hell that you did it, but it turns out it's actually going all right. That is karma. That is being rewarded for finally addressing the problem, the problem at hand, the situation at hand. Stop hiding, stop pretending, stop playing, stop burying, stop denying, stop playing make-believe, and just be here now. And talk from how you truly feel. Tell people why you're upset, you know? Clean your room. Clean your room. I bet you got insects in your freaking carpet. No, it's all a dance. here, it's here, it's over there, it's everywhere. It's all of this. It's all of this. It's all the journey. So work with that journey, you know? But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I should be back with some sort of topic here soon. I got my new room. I'm back. Fleas are dying out pretty extensively. I still need to keep an eye on it though, because there are some on the pets themselves. But yeah, I'm back in my room. It's rearranged, clean, and I'm ready to chill. I'm ready to chill again and not fucking get lost in my own mind and avoid my life. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.